It took me 1 year to go from my dead-end 9-to-5 job to learning to build my brand on Twitter and then closing 5 high-ticket clients in just 14 days. And honestly, if I knew what I knew now, I could have done this much faster. This video is gonna be an updated guide on how you can get and convert unlimited leads on Twitter. Even if you are an agency, a coach, or a creator. I'm going to cover how to get leads with outbound, inbound, with your newsletter, with your lead magnet, or how to get leads with your content. And in the end, I'm going to give you my warm DM framework, which allowed me to close multiple 5 figures just from X warm DMs. Let's just first start with outbound lead gen, because that's the most accessible one to everyone. So outbound lead gen means you send the first message. So outbound DMs consist of both the cold DMs and the warm DMs, and cold DMs may not be a good fit for you because if you are building a brand and if you are sending a lot of cold pitches to a lot of people, this may actually kill your brand. But with warm DMs, you always have the opportunity to build relationships with people, talk to them and see if they need any help and if they actually want to talk to you. And at that point, you can read the room and just decide whether you want to pitch them a call or pitch them your service or not if it's appropriate. So it's actually the best way to go. But there are a few cases that cold DMs may work well for you. So let's dive right into cold DMs. So as you can see, cold DMs are not efficient right now because this is my message request and you can see all these people that are trying to send me cold DMs, and I always open my DMs and I know that like 90% of these people are trying to sell me something. So whenever I receive a cold DM, my guards are always up because I'm just thinking that this guy is trying to sell me something. Even if he compliments me like good profile, like I like your content, whatever, I always think that like this guy is probably going to sell me something. So yeah, when it comes to cold DMs, like me, people always have their guards up, so it's really hard to sell them with that. But there are also a few good ways to do cold DMs. So for example, one of that cases is if you have a done for you service. So if you have an agency or a service and you are willing to do free work up front and you are willing to send them to people, this may actually be a really good strategy. This is also called the Dream 100 outreach. So you are carefully choosing 100 people that are a good fit to work for you, and just you are creating free work for them and you are sending them up front. So in this case, you are differentiating yourself from a lot of people who just like to pitch and who just want to get you on a call and just take from you. So in this case, you are first giving, so you are giving value, so you are differentiated from all these people and they can just decide whether they want to use your service or not. So this is actually a good way to do it. But if you don't have the time, to do free work and just do this Dream 100 outreach method, I actually don't recommend doing cold DMs to anyone. From my point of view, this is the only way to make it work in this, like in a saturated market. At least if you are not in a saturated market, it may work. Like I'm not sure which markets are not saturated right now online because most of the markets are really saturated. So in a saturated market, this is the only way that I know that making cold outreach work. So that may be a good option for you if you have free time and if you want to provide a lot of free value. So when it comes to doing this Dream 100 cold outreach method, the best way to do it is to not send it to like a lot of random people, but you are finding people that who already built your audience. So they already gathered this audience together and now you can leverage their audience to actually make your offer to relevant people. So for example, this guy says e-com growth in his name. So this guy probably has an audience of e-com brands. I'm not sure, it may be also like other e-com agency owners, but let's say that this guy has an audience of e-com brands, and if you also have an offer that serves e-com brands, you can basically leverage this guy's audience, like filter it and find a lot of people that are into e-com. And if you are providing an e-com service, you can just choose the best people and actually create some free work and send it to them. So in this case, this may be a good approach for you. Another thing you can do with cold DMs is that you can also offer them your lead magnet. So in this case, in the DMs, you are not maybe giving them free value, but you have a really well created lead magnet and you may be offering them. But in this case, your conversion rate with cold DMs will be a lot lower because the other method is like personalized and this lead magnet method is like one size fits all. So this will always have like less conversion, less interest, but it's also a good method to start. And with this one, you can also ask them for their email and actually send them the lead magnet in their email so that you are also collecting their email, and later you can send them emails to build more trust and relationships with them. Now let's talk about warm DMs. And warm DMs are my favorite. So warm DMs mean you are sending the first message to people who are already shown interest to your content. Maybe they followed you, maybe they engaged with your content, maybe they liked your pinned tweet, whatever. And this is a good method because most of the potential clients won't actually send you messages to work with them. They are maybe interested, but maybe people don't have time. Maybe they see your content and then they forget about you. So if you actually took the time and take the first step to them, you will be a lot more successful when it comes to getting clients with warm DMs. So first they've shown you interest, and now you can message them to get to know them better, learn about their problems better. Even if you get no clients from that conversation, you actually get some valuable information about their problems, like what they're struggling with, or maybe if they're not struggling with that, now you can learn that, okay, I was going to help this guy with this problem, but he's not actually struggling with it, so maybe I need to help with them something different. So for example, this was one of my warm DMs that I sent to someone, and you can see that with warm DMs you get a lot more positive replies, and when we go to cold DMs, so I received all these messages and I haven't even replied to any of them, but with warm DMs you can see that this guy engaged with my content. And with my warm DM framework, I always tell people first why I'm messaging them. So in this case, I'm thanking them for engaging with my content, and I ask them a simple question. So sometimes I ask questions that directly talk about their problems. Sometimes I ask less direct questions about their journey, about what they are doing, and sometimes I ask even less direct questions like where did you came across my content and things like that. So you can see that this guy has a really positive reply, from For You page, love your content. This means that this conversation has a high likelihood of going into a positive direction, because this guy already shows that he's liking my content, which is a really good first sign. So when it comes to doing warm outreach to people who engage with your posts, you can see that all posts get engagement, but some posts are a bit different. So you can see that this post got viral and got a lot of comments, 100 plus comments and 100 plus likes, all that stuff. But you can see that this is a very general post, and this is not a very targeted post. So you can see the other post on the right is a lot more targeted, and it's talking to my ideal customer. And even though this post got a lot less engagement, the people who engage with this post will be a lot more high quality leads, because this post it's very random, it's very general. So all these people may not even be into online business. Let's make an example, and let's say that I'm helping agencies and I can create this post and still get a lot of engagement, but most of the engagers will not be agency owners, all the people that I'm targeting, because since it's a general post, the algorithm is showing it to more general people. But with this post will be seen mostly by other online business owners, other service providers, other coaches, because it's a targeted post. So when it comes to doing warm outreach, I'm always prioritizing warm outreaching to people that who engage with these kind of posts, because they have a lot more intent. But if you have time, you can also do outreach to these people, but there are hundreds of people here, and most of them may not be actually interested in what you do. So I always prioritize these kind of authority posts when it comes to doing warm outreach, because you'll have a lot more conversion with that. And when doing these cold outreaches, you'll notice that most of the conversations will not lead into a booked call, and that's perfectly okay, because only a very few percentage of your audience is ready to book a call at that exact point. So the other guys will also be interested, but they may not be ready yet. So this is also a good strategy right now to get those people even warmer and get them more likely to book a call with you. So with this strategy, for example, you lead the conversation, you send your warm DMs, you talk a little bit, and you notice that guy is not interested that much into hopping on a call or getting help with your exact system. So what you can do is you can offer them to send your lead magnet, and if they want it, they can just give you their email and get it. So in this case, even if they have slightest interest, you actually capture a lead. They just join your email list, and now you have their email. And if they don't want to get your free lead magnet, this means that they are not even interested, so they are just going to go on with their day. And you also build an email list of people that are interested with what you have to offer, but they may not be ready yet, so they are constantly getting nurtured in your emails and actually building trust in your emails. By the way, if you want to learn more about my warm DM strategy, you can check out the video on the cards. And now let's talk about the inbound lead generation strategy on Twitter. So the inbound lead generation means the leads take the first step to actually message you and not you. So in order for the lead generation method to occur, you need some content, because people just need to see your content, your lead magnet, or even your profile, so that they can message you and they can take the first step towards contacting you. That's why when it comes to inbound lead generation, the call to actions, the offer plugs, and the profile optimization, and the social proof posts with authority posts, these are all really important when it comes to the inbound lead gen strategy, because with this you are not sending the message and you are just trying to make the other person send you the message. And if the other person sends you a message, this means that they really have a strong desire to contact you or get help from you. So in order to create this strong desire, your content will needs to be on point, your CTAs, your offer plugs, your profile optimization, and your social proof posts, these all need to be really on point to make someone DM you. So first you can do a lead magnet plug, and with lead magnet plugs, I call them half inbound leads because they are not maybe like sending you messages, but they are giving you their information to get your lead magnet, and with that you can actually send them emails and all that stuff. Or with your lead magnet, when they get your lead magnets, like you are going to have some CTAs in the middle at the end showing that okay, this was like a free lead magnet, and now they can get your help for a like a paid offer to get even more help or personalized help or whatever. So like I call them also inbound leads. So first they give your email, and then they may actually become a full inbound lead by consuming your lead magnet and sending you a message with the call to action with that. So another way to creating an inbound lead with your content on Twitter is doing these offer plugs, and these are really powerful. Like you can't do these like on other platforms like IG or on TikTok maybe, but on X, if your post does well, it's a really good practice to actually plug your offer under it, because where it's an authority post, a lot of people will see it, and this also means that a lot of people will see your offer plug, so they can just message you while seeing that offer plug. And another important way to create inbound leads is the profile optimization. And most people think that profile optimization is not an inbound lead gen strategy, but they're actually very wrong, because the profile is like your landing page, a bio with a lot of authority, a clear banner that shows how you help people, and actually a good pinned post with a lot of authority, maybe some client results and a call to action. This is a very strong strategy to create an inbound lead, because they see your profile, they see what you are all about, they see your social proof, like it all blends well. And if you also have a call to action in your pinned post maybe, or in your bio, or with your like link in bio, this is a really good way to create a lot of inbound leads. Because if you create good content, a lot of people will see it, and if your content is good, a lot of people will want to check out your profile. And if you have all of these in place, now you have a higher chance of making people inbound leads. Yeah, after profile optimization, another way to create a lot of inbound leads is social proof and expertise content. Because as we also talked about in the warm DMs, your quality of content also dictates your quality of leads. Because if you just create like general posts, they'll attract just general people and not very high quality people. But if you create content with a lot of authority, if you create a lot of content that creates problem awareness, as you can see like here, or like with this, a lot of authority that people want to achieve the same results, now you'll get higher quality leads. And with higher quality content with a lot of social proof, you'll also attract a lot of people with higher intent and higher likelihood of becoming a client. So now you can see that content is really important when it comes to lead generation, with warm DMs, with inbound lead generation, because the quality of your content dictates the quality of your leads. So let's talk about my content strategy on X and my 3 content pillars. So I have 3 content pillars that actually help you build a well-rounded brand. People will both like you and also trust you when you implement these 3 content pillars. So the first one is personal content, and authority content, and then polarizing content. So when it comes to personal content, we really want to talk about our personal life and storytell a little bit. So you can see that with this, I'm giving personal information about myself and saying that like I was a failure first and things like that. So this will actually help people relate to me more, because everyone has these experiences where they feel like a failure and actually like felt really bad. So when you talk about these kind of experiences with your personal content, people connect with you on a deeper level and they'll get to like you more. And with this type of content, it's also good to add some personal pictures that people can see you, so that they can even build more relationships with you, because one picture is worth 1,000 words, and with pictures it's a bit easier to build deeper connections. And then the next content pillar is authority content. So this is a how-I content and showing your expertise, showing your results, your own results, client results, all that stuff. So this was like my maybe first ever authority post, like where I talk about my results. So on like this day I launched a new offer, and then on this day I closed 5 clients. So it was a good post that showed my results. So the next content pillar is polarizing content, and it's polarizing content. It's really important to talk about your true opinions, but make sure that you choose opinions that are polarizing to most of the people. So these opinions should be like different to like most of the population, so that we can actually categorize them as polarizing posts. And this will also indirectly help you build authority, because with these posts you are talking about how you are going against the grain and maybe getting better results, and actually how you are different from others. These polarizing posts are really good to attract people that will like you, but it can repel some other people that may not like you. But this is not a problem, because we don't want people that don't like us or don't trust us. And with these polarizing posts, we are eliminating those people, and we are just attracting our true fans, because these polarizing opinions, if these attract other people, this means that they have a high likelihood of liking or trusting us. I'm sure this video will be enough for you to start building your personal brand on Twitter and also generate and convert a lot of leads. But if you are searching for something more advanced, and if you want to use my exact system that generated me millions of views and also thousands of followers, you can check out my free 1-hour long Twitter growth course on the screen. This video covers everything from writing your first tweets to booking hundreds of sales calls just from Twitter. Check it out and you won't regret it.